Hi everyone, it's me again, and this is day 5 of the drawing challenge. And today, for once, we're actually not going to be drawing circles or spheres. We're introducing the interesting world of cylinders. And I guess this is a lot easier than the previous couple of days, but we're going to be drawing just 3 cylinders next to each other, and we're going to be using, I believe they're called ellipses, to draw these flat circles. So I guess they're circles anyway. But then you have to draw 2 parallel lines connecting this flat oval. And then we're going to do another one at the bottom, although we're going to be raising one of these lines because it's technically behind the shape and we won't be able to see this, but just as we're planning our drawing out, there's no harm introducing them. So I'm going to draw a short, wide one, a tall, thin one, and this wasn't in the tutorial I'm looking at, but I'm going to draw one to the side. And as always, I'm doing it quite sketchy in the beginning, but I'll be going afterwards with a thicker brush to give it more impact, I guess. And I can already tell by looking at it, but these are looking pretty wonky. But that's okay because we're all learning, and we're talking to a guy who can't even draw a circle freehand, so we'll add it to the list. And a bit of a random question, but would anyone be interested if I started drawing more on paper and not just on a digital art platform? I know not everyone has the capability to draw on a tablet, so if you want to make it a bit more accessible for you guys, I'm happy to draw on pencil and paper a bit more. It'll probably be good for me too, because if I do this for an entire year and then suddenly have to start drawing on pencil, yeah, I'm going to be terrible at it. So yeah, let me know. And one more thing, thank you for allowing me to reach 400 subscribers. I've been floating in the mid 300s for a while, as I've been quite lazy, and honestly, your support means so much to me. So thank you for anyone who's done that. I know it's not a big milestone, but I don't know. It's good to see that 4 in front of 2 of the digits. So thank you a lot. So what I'm doing here is I'm using a thicker brush on a separate layer above the other layer. So when I'm happy with this outline, I'm able to go onto the other layer and remove it. And what I'm doing now is deciding where I want this third cylinder to be. If I want it between the 2 of the cylinders or in front of all of them. And I'm making the decision to remove this line to show that this third cylinder is in front of the short, wide one. And because we can see through both ovals on either side of the cylinder, we're able to actually choose which one we can see fully, which shows which angle the cylinder or tube is actually facing. I decided to make it so the left side is facing. It just seemed to make more sense at the time, considering the angle of things, but moving forward, we should be able to use that trick to have a bit more choice when we're planning a drawing. And I always hate this part, but when you remove your sketching design lines, I always feel like your drawing just looks that little bit worse. You can really see how crooked the lines are, and I don't know, I like the sketchy kind of style of the planning stage of drawings, but hopefully moving forward I can be a bit happier. not with that. That's a bit too thick and dark. But I think this is something that every artist has to go through, because having a piece that is unfinished, you have this excuse of, I'm not finished yet. It doesn't have to be that refined. If it's a bit wonky or sketchy or a bit rough around the edges, that's okay, because you're still working on it. But the moment that you take away all these planning lines and these guides, you have nothing left to hide behind. And I don't know, maybe it leaves you a bit vulnerable, but I'm still at the point where I really need those lines to make myself feel better about what I'm drawing. Because looking at this right now, it just looks, crooked and unpolished. So to fix that, I'm going to attempt just to add a bit more depth to the lines and a bit of shadow. But I can't say this is one of my best pieces the past 5 days, but that's why we're doing this. Maybe I'll give it another attempt and just upload it as a short, just to prove to myself that I can do it correctly. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you're not happy with something you've drawn or created, it doesn't have to be art. Just do it again. No one's going to stop you. It's going to make you better, and the more we do things, the better we learn. So repetition is the key. So I'm aware that my previous day and the challenge was about lighting, and I'm not applying anything I learned onto this piece, so it's by no means the greatest. But I think I'll be trying this again, in short. So look out for that. Thank you for joining me. I hope everyone has a lovely day, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.